Hey, I'm Marina and I quit my job in the middle of the pandemic to travel the world, starting in Italy. And today we are gonna explore the city of Bari in Puglia. Hey my friend, and welcome back to a new episode of my trip around the world. I gotta admit, last night was probably one of the worst nights I had in a long time. The window wasn't able to close, there was a train coming by, a really crowded street next to our room, and mosquitoes in our room. And I got stitches all over my body, and so I'm not sure if I even slept at all, or I don't know. Even though I'm just leaving today, I haven't seen much of Bari except for the sunset last night, because yesterday I thought it was better to explore the city of Pogliano and Monopoli. So today is the day. I left my luggage in a storage room next to the central station, so I can later take a bus to Alberobello. So today we are just my small bag and I, and let's go and explore the city, shall we? Sadly, I haven't had the chance to get inside the theater, but if you're here, you should definitely go for it because they have a lot of amazing shows up there. I gotta say, Bari is giving me kind of Barcelona vibes, and that's amazing. Like the houses, the whole, I don't know. So behind me you can see the Lungomare. It's a place I watched the sunset last night. It's a beautiful way to just have a stroll or just, yeah, enjoy the nice weather here. And right behind with the tower you see the Pinacoteca, which is an art museum. As I said, I sadly don't have time to really explore the city, but in case you're here and you are not as busy as I am, make sure to check it out. Of the Lungomare you have the Porto Vecchio, where you can see all those nice full fisher boats. People like fishermen repairing their boats, and it's just beautiful to see. And also it's just right on the opposite side of the Teatro Margherita, which is beautifully located down at the waterside. And the Teatro, or Museo Teatro Margherita, is actually an art museum as well. So you can see there are a lot of bars and restaurants, and I bet at night it's a lot of fun here. So I just went to this small bakery called Panificio Fiore and I got myself a focaccia barese, which I read is supposed to be the best place to get one. So I got this big piece for €2. It looks delicious. Yeah, so good. A lot of oil, but super good. Like in the middle of all the houses there's like this small cathedral of San Marco di Venezia. This is probably the most Italian feeling I've gotten so far. So right now sitting in front of the San Nicolas Basilica. So far the old town has been magical. I really enjoy walking through these narrow streets, and it really feels like real Italian life in a way. Maybe this is just my tourist point of view, but I really like it. The basilica is really majestic, really impressive. So I'm continuing my walk through the old town. So I made it to the Cathedral of San Sabino, and my next destination is the Castello. Now in front of the Castello. It was built in the 13th century, so really impressive. And yeah, just looking at it, I don't know how people could ever enter. Wow. Now that we are almost at the end of exploring the old town, I gotta say I'm in love with this old town. It's really nice to just walk through it. It's so cool to see that all people are just on the street talking with each other, chit-chatting, and yeah, just living life in a way. Haven't seen that in a while, like for real. Randomly walked through the city without having a real plan, like just some major sites I wanted to see. But I suggest you really take time to walk through the old town. Maybe sit down in a cafe, have a focaccia, have other food I will maybe talk about in the future. Because there is some food from Puglia I really want to try. And just enjoy it. Take your time visiting the churches. There are a lot. And yeah, explore. It's really nice to walk through the Strada della Orecchiette, which is special pasta from this area. And there are just like casual housewoman sitting there making pasta. So I'm actually just chilling a bit here at the Piazza Liberta. I totally feel the lack of sleep right now, and it's just like 10:30 and I'm feeling it already. But usually I have, when I'm super tired, I have a green tea or espresso. I didn't have anything because I had to leave super quickly. Probably I just gonna stroll around a bit and then find myself a nice restaurant and also relax a bit. Maybe, I don't know, whatever happens and yeah, just taking it slow. And I have still like 2 more hours until I have to get back to the train station to catch my bus to Alberobello. Some travel real talk. There are times when I get a bit anxious because I'm not used to this anymore. I'm not as extroverted anymore as I used to be. I hope I will get there again, but I'm not there yet. So this gets to a point where I'm too anxious to actually get into a restaurant to talk to people. Well, yeah, it's that bad. So I just go to a supermarket where I can just buy something without really talking to anyone. This is the reality. What I meant to say with this is traveling is not always the best thing. Super fun, feeling free and light and everything. It is that also, but for me not all the time. It's a big struggle for me actually, but that's why I'm doing it. Like, this is why I'm doing it. I put myself into those situations over and over again until there's a point where it's okay. I don't feel anxiety anymore. I don't feel bad anymore. It just feels normal to do it, and that's where I'm heading. So in case you feel anxiety and that's the reason why you don't want to travel, just do it. It will only get better. And there could be times where you sit alone in a park with a yogurt and a Coke you just bought from a supermarket because you were too anxious to go to a restaurant. And I know not everybody is that bad with communication, but it's okay. And that's what I want to say with this. I really hope you enjoyed this video, like the whole bari exploration, but maybe also these last seconds or minutes help you, to encourage you to get out there, get out of your comfort zone, no matter how hard it is. So until next time, stay tuned, stay curious, and stay creative, my friend.